So, what actually is the Earth made up of? And also, curiously, how do we actually know what it's made up of? Well, as the debris of a dead exploding star swirled around the formation of what would become a new star, which has become our Sun, some of the heavier matter coalesced to form the inner rocky planets. We know we can calculate the overall mass of the Earth due to its effect on other bodies in space like the Moon. There are various layers within the Earth, each of these with different densities and structures. It's difficult to be precisely sure of their exact composition. However, there is some information out there that can lead us to what it might be. When earthquakes happen, shock waves pass through the Earth, and the time it takes for these waves to reach various parts of the Earth can be measured. From this, the density of various layers can be calculated. Whilst the exact percentage of the elements within each layer cannot be directly measured, since they're far too deep, there are some other clues out there about it. The total mass of each layer can be extrapolated, and therefore we can work out what the possible and most logical percentage of these elements might be. When this is combined with what we know of the Earth's magnetic field, how that field changes over time, lava outflow from volcanoes, the structures of other objects in space like the Moon and meteorites, I'm fairly sure of their overall structure. We've got the inner core, which is actually solid, has a radius of just over 1,000 kilometres. It's mostly iron with a little nickel. The outer core is much larger, with a radius of just over 2,000 kilometres, and is liquid, again mostly iron with a little nickel and some other trace elements. Next comes the mantle layer. At a radius of just under 3,000 kilometres, it makes up the vast majority of the Earth's volume. There are various layers within the mantle, and even though it might be considered solid, it moves kind of like a gloopy tar due to the temperature, pressures and stress in that part of the Earth. It's largely made up of magnesium silicate with a few other elements, most notably iron, calcium and aluminium, all in an oxidized form. On top of this is the final layer, the Earth's crust, which is only a few kilometres thick, and most notably much thinner at the bottom of the oceans, and certainly most varied in composition of all parts of the Earth, probably from being subject to volcanoes and meteorites and chemical processes by life that's on the Earth. So that's what the Earth is made up of.